Hello and welcome to Roadside Republic, your daily dose of all the political developments taking place across the country leading to elections 2014. I am Tejas Mehta and we come to you today from the city of Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad, the capital of Gujarat, which the political capital in a sense, but of course the capital is Gandhinagar, where today Arvind Kejriwal went there to meet Chief Minister Narendra Modi. This is also a trip which took place, a 1,000-kilometer trip across several districts in Gujarat, claiming that Narendra Modi's development model has not really worked here. Joining me on the show also will be my colleague Anand Zanane from Varanasi. But before we go on to that, let's take a look as to what happened really here in Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. This morning, Arvind Kejriwal held a press conference at 11:30 and then immediately he rushed off to Gandhinagar saying that he wants to meet Chief Minister Narendra Modi. All of this without any prior appointment. What really happened next? And then what did the BJP have to say to him? How did they respond? Take a quick look in this story.
हम नरेंद्र मोदी जी से मिलने के लिए उनके घर जा रहे हैं.
From Ahmedabad to Gandhinagar, Kejriwal headed straight to the Chief Minister's residence, seeking to meet him without any prior appointment. As he neared the state capital, the roads barricaded by the Gujarat police.
सीएम के एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी ने कहा मुझे रिटन रिक्वेस्ट दे दीजिए, तो मैंने उनसे कहा कि आप बात कर लीजिए. अरविंद केजरीवाल एक्स चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं दिल्ली के, वो मिलना चाह रहे हैं.
मेरे साथ मनीष सिसोदिया जी जा रहे हैं. अगर अपॉइंटमेंट मिली तो सीएम साहब के पास जाएंगे और जो टाइम देंगे हम उसमें जाने देंगे.
These are all actually plain-clothes policemen. Some of them, of course, uniformed. They have all, surrounded and they are made a circle, ring around Arvind Kejriwal's car. Large crowd here. The media spectacle ending as the Chief Minister's office said Modi was busy and would meet him if possible in the next few days only with an appointment. The BJP slamming him, calling it a publicity stunt.
जो सड़क छाप राजनीति की पैदाश है और सड़क छाप राजनीति करता है.
Many would be saying this is theatrics, this is drama. This is what he did in Delhi also.
Let it be. How does it matter? जनता के प्रश्न पूछना ड्रामा है तो ड्रामा सही.
Does this help you really position yourself as a potential and a much stronger candidate as the Prime Minister of India against Narendra Modi?
मेरे को नहीं बनना प्राइम मिनिस्टर.
The Congress weak in Gujarat, though apprehensive, the Aam Aadmi Party could occupy opposition space, backed Kejriwal.
जो आम आदमी पार्टी गुजरात में दिखाया, मैं सिर्फ कह रहा हूं कि सारे हमारे देश की वोटिंग पब्लिक आंख खोल के देख ले कि क्या होता है, कि गुजरात की असलियत क्या है.
2 days of Kejriwal in Gujarat has given enough fodder to both sides. After a day's break today, he heads back to Ahmedabad on Saturday for his rally. Kejriwal versus Modi, the challenger versus the aspirant. Beyond the political rhetoric and the headline-grabbing drama, Kejriwal would hope that taking on Modi on his home turf would capture the imagination of the Indian voter in favor of the Aam Aadmi Party. And of course, also seal his position as the strongest opponent to Narendra Modi for the Prime Minister's post. With camera person Rakesh Solanki in Ahmedabad, Tejas Mehta for NDTV. Well, there you are. The BJP calls it complete theatrics, but Arvind Kejriwal insisting, why can't the Chief Minister of Gujarat, who wants to become the Prime Minister of India, see and meet a common man? Well, we're just now in Ahmedabad, as I told you. We're just now in a place called Law Garden. This is where all the political gup-shop takes place, because this is the most happening street in a sense. This is where people come to eat, and people in Ahmedabad simply love food. They talk about Modi, they talk about Arvind Kejriwal, and also about Rahul Gandhi here. Well, joining us are two youngsters, Harshal and Vishal. Tell me, what do you think about what Arvind Kejriwal did today? Do you think it's theatrics, or do you think Narendra Modi, the claims that Arvind Kejriwal made that Narendra Modi has not really done enough, the model of development he really has is not really good enough?
No, model is not good enough in Gujarat. Basically, rural part of the Gujarat is not yet developed. Even road, electricity is not worked in rural part of Gujarat. Even you can see that the Narmada project, even water cannot reach even Saurashtra also. Till the Mr. Chimanbhai Patel will establish the dam of Narmada canals, and till date the water cannot reach it.
So you think in what the model of development really is not great?
No, not at all a great.
You Vishal feel completely differently because you are saying that Narendra Modi has done a lot of work.
I see in a way that Gujarat has grown in a very bigger way. The world knows Gujarat, and it's not just because of Narendra Modi for the wrong reasons. Even he has done some good work and people are really liking it. And that's why he's been re-electing every time. And we don't have a choice, I guess. That's why another part of why he's getting re-elected is Gujarat don't have a choice in Congress, I guess.
Congress is too weak here. So therefore, does the Aam Aadmi Party become a viable alternative as an opposition?
Yeah, I really think they can. But again, I don't have too much, I can't see too much promise from the cabinet ministry that can run a state altogether. I think it will take time, but I can see they coming as a great opposition for any party.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Divided views from here in Gujarat itself. One youngster here saying no, Narendra Modi's development model is not really good enough. Another says we have become richer, the city has become richer, the state has become richer. We are known across the world. He has done well for himself. Well, that's a long debate, but let me go across to my colleague Anand Zanane, who is in Varanasi. Anand, I mean, the fight between Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal we are seeing here, another sort of fight taking place in Varanasi also?
Well, yes, Tejas, and good evening to all our viewers from Varanasi. Today we traveled a distance of more than 300 kilometers to bring you this broadcast from this holy city of Kashi. As Tejas pointed out, that Varanasi is also seeing some sort of an internal battle within the BJP for the candidature of the city of Varanasi. Who will actually get to contest from here? Will Narendra Modi make Varanasi his Karma Bhumi? Take a look at this report.
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्ते
सर, मैं डॉक्टर मनोहर जोशी जी के वाराणसी कार्यालय से बोल रहा हूँ।
The phone lines in Varanasi are buzzing as the BJP's Murli Manohar Joshi has unleashed a campaign for the Varanasi Lok Sabha seat. And it's not just phone publicity. These holy hoardings pasted across the city are grabbing attention too. But his loyalists claim Joshi is not lobbying for the ticket to Varanasi.
डॉक्टर जोशी जी के विषय में यह कहना कि वो अपने पक्ष में यहाँ लॉबिंग करा रहे हैं या पोस्टर लगवा रहे हैं, मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत ही हल्का और घृणित कार्य है।
There is, however, a growing clamor within the BJP that Modi must make Kashi his Karm Bhumi in Uttar Pradesh.
नरेंद्र मोदी तुम राज करो, नरेंद्र मोदी तुम राज करो।
The holy city has the potential to magnify Modi's pan-India appeal. Its proximity to Bihar, Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh gives the party a geographical advantage in the Hindu heartland. In 1998, Purvanchal BJP bagged 24 of the 32 Lok Sabha seats from this region. 2 decades later, it was reduced to just 4 in 2009. The BJP hopes Modi's presence in Varanasi will have a ripple effect in Purvanchal. However, there is only one hurdle blocking Modi's march to Varanasi. Veteran Murli Manohar Joshi may just not make way. The sitting MP from this constituency is feeling increasingly insecure, and with that, the frequency of Joshi's meetings with party workers has increased too. His wife recently hurriedly inaugurated a party office in the city and even released a book claiming that Joshi is a man of development and spent 19 crore rupees on gifts to Varanasi from his MP's fund.
डॉक्टर जोशी ने अभी तक काशी में जो विकास हुआ है उनके द्वारा उनकी सांसद निधि से 19 करोड़ का कार्य हुआ है, उसके निमित्त आज इस पुस्तिका का विमोचन उन्होंने किया है।
But Narendra Modi has bulldozed BJP veterans in the past, including its tallest leader and party mentor L.K. Advani. So the obvious question is, will Murli Manohar Joshi willingly vacate Varanasi for Modi, or will we see the BJP do an Advani on yet another leader of the old guard? With Ajay Singh and Anand Zanane in Varanasi, Madhusudan for NDTV.
Well, is there really a groundswell of support for Narendra Modi in the BJP cadre? For more on that, I'm joined by, interestingly, the Narendra Modi Army. This is a recent outfit that has mushroomed in the city. And let's talk to the founder of this particular outfit. ये बताइए कि आप लोग क्या चाहते हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी को यहाँ से टिकट मिले? आप लोग नहीं चाहते हैं कि मुरली मनोहर जोशी यहाँ से लड़ें क्योंकि वो मौजूदा सांसद हैं?
हम लोग नरेंद्र मोदी जी को वाराणसी से इसलिए चुनाव लड़ाना चाहते हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के शीर्ष नेतृत्व से हम लोग कहना चाहते हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी को वाराणसी से चुनाव लड़ाएं, ताकि इसका एक संदेश हमारे पूरे पूर्वांचल में और विशेष तौर से जो है हमारे सीमावर्ती क्षेत्र है जो सटा हुआ है, बिहार है, रोहतास है, भभुआ है, सासाराम है, इस जगह जो है उनको प्रभाव पड़ेगा और बीजेपी सारी सीटें जीतेगी। ऐसा अगर मोदी जो वाराणसी से चुनाव लड़ते हैं, ये बेनिफिट भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेगी जो है।
जोशी जी क्यों नहीं मान रहे हैं? आप लोग क्यों नहीं मनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि छोड़ दीजिए वाराणसी, इलाहाबाद चले जाइए या कानपुर चले जाइए?
जोशी ये तो पार्लियामेंट्री की बोर्ड तय करेगी कि जोशी जी कहाँ से चुनाव लड़ेंगे वाराणसी से। हम लोग की मांग है, काशी के प्रबुद्ध जनता की मांग है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी वाराणसी से चुनाव लड़े जो है।
Well, this is one version of how people are actually lobbying for Narendra Modi quite openly, people from the BJP. आपको लगता है कि जोशी जी को यहाँ से लड़ना चाहिए या कहीं और चले जाना चाहिए? क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी ये कह रहे हैं कि उसका बहुत महत्व होगा, पूरे देश भर में मैसेज जाएगा उनके यहाँ पे लड़ने से।
हमारे मुरली मनोहर जोशी जी वयोवृद्ध नेता हैं भाजपा के, और वो हमारे सांसद हैं और हमेशा सांसद रहेंगे। अगर ऊपर की जो कमेटी है भाजपा की, वो ये तय करती है कि नहीं मोदी जी को यहाँ लड़ाएं, तो हम लोग मोदी जी का समर्थन करेंगे। वैसे मेरी जहाँ तक सोच है वो ये है कि चूंकि बुजुर्गों का आदर हर जगह होता है, इसलिए जोशी जी की भी बातों का यहाँ आदर होना चाहिए।
Well, respect the elderly. That is something that one BJP worker is saying here, Tejas. Well, clearly, it's a divided house for the BJP in Varanasi on who gets to really contest from this prestigious seat in the Lok Sabha elections. It's back to you.